Welcome to the Collective Experience by the Brown Girls Collective, a dynamic platform where we celebrate innovation, creativity, and the power of Black excellence. Each episode, we sit down with change makers, visionary industry leaders, and groundbreaking entrepreneurs across the worlds of fashion, tech, education, business, and more. This is more than just an interview series. It is a space where stories are shared, wisdom is exchanged, and inspiration flows. Together, we are building a community that thrives on collaboration, empowerment, and the drive to uplift one another. So get ready to meet these women redefining industries and shaping the future. This is the Collective Experience, where we take center stage. Thank you to our advertisers, DJ Carson of Carson Law Firm, Michael Bailey of the Minority Info Network, and Patrick Sapp of the Universal Therapeutic Services. Make sure to check them out. Welcome to the Collective Experience, brought to you by the Brown Girls Collective, your space for inspiration and connection. I'm your host, Desiree. Today, we're excited to introduce Iyona Robinson, founder of Vision Luxe Travel, a premier travel agency specializing in curating unforgettable celebratory travel experiences. After years of planning her own family's vacation and cultivating a passion for bringing people together, Iyona took a bold leap in 2022 by launching her own travel business with specialized training from a 12-month luxury travel program. She mastered the art of luxury travel, supplier partnerships, destination knowledge, and business management. What began as a personal journey of planning trips for family and friends has now evolved into Vision Luxe Travel, a boutique agency dedicated to crafting tailor-made travel experiences for multi-generational families, social groups, alumni gatherings, and corporate teams. From birthdays and anniversaries to reunions and girls' trips, Iyona and her team ensure every journey is as unique as the celebrations it honors. At Vision Luxe Travel, creating memories is more than a service, it's a passion. First of all, I want to thank you for coming on and, taking time out of your day to, let our community know more about you. Yeah, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so excited to be here.
So how's your morning going?
So far, so good. We're getting closer and closer to Christmas and the New Year. So it's a busy time, but it's an exciting time. I'm ready to wind down and just be with my family and just enjoy the holidays. So yeah.
So
How about
the
you?
holidays,
Yeah.
well, ooh, it's like I said, it's up and down. It's up and
Yeah.
down. So as I'm
Yeah.
up, I need to be preparing for next year, and when I'm down, I need to be down. But my brain just won't stop. Like it just won't stop. So but hey, I'm in my creative season and I'm in my creative time. So let me let the juices do what it's supposed to do. Like if this is the battery
Mhm.
for next year, I'm gonna let it do what it do. But
For
I'm going
sure.
to go ahead and we're going to get into the interview. Now, we've changed things up this season. So, what we do this season is we have an icebreaker, and the
Yeah.
icebreaker is called This or That.
Okay.
Essentially, we have a game. We're going to play it 3 times and, just learn a little bit more about you. Okay.
Okay.
So, we're about to spin the wheel. Perfume or body mist?
I am a perfume girly. I love perfume. I like body mist too, but if I had a preference, definitely perfume for sure.
So, what scent?
So, I love the Marc Jacobs Daisy. I believe that's one of my favorites. I love the I can't ever say the name of the Caroline
Carolina
Herrera.
Herrera.
Yes, yes, yes. Those are like my top two. But yeah, I love perfume. I like body mist too, because like you can do so much with it. Like get out the shower. If you just like going somewhere real quick, just.
Mhm,
But if I had a preference between the two, it would definitely be perfume.
mhm. So I don't think I have been able to answer this question for on the past interviews, but for me, it's both. right?
Yeah.
But so I started with, of course, Every Girl had Victoria's Secrets, Bath and Body Works. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So I love the Vanilla and the Love Spell, and then they had the Winter Wonderlust and all that other stuff. I was heavy into Victoria's Secrets. Like I had a bin of body mist.
Yeah.
And then I was introduced to perfume. So my aunt, she has like a perfume collection. Like she has a shades collection. Like she has these collections, and I always find myself going into them. And I like perfume. So I don't know. So I started like stopped using body mist and went into
Mhm.
perfume. And I got a bunch of damn perfume now, but I don't even
Yeah.
wear it. I don't even wear it. Like
I
if
feel
I
you.
tend to put on something, because normally it's just body soap, like it's get and go. But if
Yeah.
I do mix it. I use the perfume and the body mist. So I make
I
my own
love it.
little scent. So I can't even tell you
Oh,
what I like, but I know I smell good.
yeah. And we gotta smell good.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and move to the next question. So I'm gonna
Okay.
bring the wheel back up, and we're gonna spin.
This is fun.
Oh, thank you, girl.
I like
I was
this.
trying, girl. I was trying real hard. I was like, what is gonna be fun? Oh
That's the
no.
same one. We need another one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Ugh, I might have to refresh this thing. Okay. Hair up or hair down? Major love to our sponsors for stepping in to make all of this happen. IAS Games for family and friend game nights. Out the Barns Entertainment for your video editing needs. Camera Guys Inc. for video photography and your editing needs. Intro music by Sedasia and music provided by Drea. Your contributions keep us going and help us grow.
My hair is down always. Hence. My hair is always down, whether it is knotless, braids. Typically, if I get braids in general, it's gonna be down. Or if it's like extensions or my natural hair, I prefer it being down for sure.
Mm, mhm, mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah.
I mean, it depends for me. I can do both. Like, see, and I think this is what's so crazy because the questions are really supposed to be either or, this or that.
Oh,
And we're like, and like the women, we are so complicated. Like, I'm not even like,
yeah.
it's like we literally, I'm like, look, we should have a both option. So I might add the both option on there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
but I do prefer my hair down, but
Mhm,
like up is more like I guess formal if it's something quick, like I
mhm.
don't know. I like my hair down. I like my hair
See,
down.
I like height. Like I do like it
Yeah,
down, but I also like it up too. So like when it's like
it's like a
it needs to
statement
be
sometimes.
retwist. Yes,
Yeah. Oh,
it
true.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
is true. That is very true.
But when
Yeah,
it's
for
good,
sure.
it's down, girl. It's down.
Yeah.
Mhm. All right, so we're gonna get to the next question, and hopefully you don't pick the same two questions.
Okay.
It has been that. Like we're like, what in the world? Like it really wants to know this about you.
I'm
Like
telling
we
you,
didn't
like
go
which
deep enough.
one?
Okay. Late night or early morning?
That is a tough one. This is one where I'm like, I'm gonna say early mornings. Because I'm an early riser in just naturally.
Mhm.
I feel like I feel my best obviously when I in the morning. Like once I'm up, I'm up. And you can do so much in the morning, like workout, that's the best time to like write and I think you have the most clarity in the morning when you get up versus at night, when I'm ready to go to bed, I'm not the happiest person. Whereas in the morning, once I done got some sleep, I'm up. So yeah, for sure. Early morning.
Mm. For
That's
me,
yeah.
what's the question again? Like I'm just
Early morning or late nights. Yeah,
look,
early mornings or late
it
nights.
it would definitely be late night. Like I
Okay.
literally cannot like I mean, I don't want to say hate because thankfully thankfully, God has woken me up every day. But I literally do not care for the mornings.
You're
Like,
not a morning person.
I'm not even an afternoon person. Like, I prefer to be like, I think I'm the most active, like, for real, like maybe 5 to 3 or something. So, like, I don't go to bed till really late. And so when it comes down to the morning, I don't want to wake up. But
Yeah.
like I can still be productive like from 11, like even if I were to get up early, like and do that whole routine thing, I would not start like if I got up at 8, I would not start anything like productive wise in my business or anything until 11. So
Okay.
I still need like a couple hours to, get it together. But
Yeah.
yeah, I will definitely say a late night person. Because that's what it. Because like even if I tried, my brain is overly
Yeah.
processing things at night, and I think that's the time that I'm the most creative. So I can't like go to sleep on that, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
hard to go to sleep on
Yeah.
that. So I prefer, if I gotta work, let me work when my brain won't shut off,
That makes
versus
sense.
force myself to work. But then, this we had a previous interview where the girl she had said something that made sense is, we when we work, we give each other, we have first shift, second shift, third shift, and you have hours in which you work. So how many hours do you put towards your business a week? So if you want a 40-hour work week in your business, that's, for every little aspect of it, then you can do from 11 in the morning to 6 or 8
Mhm.
to 3 or whatever. So as long as, so I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna turn this into something else. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna use this time as my work time and
Yeah.
get my hours in when I can't go to sleep because I'm gonna just be sitting there looking at the ceiling.
Might as well
So
be working. Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Alrighty. So, that was this or that. So like what was your thoughts about the game?
Oh, I loved it. Definitely makes you, get take the nerves away.
Hmm.
It's very personal, makes, I love this or that, or two, three, was it three, two truths and a lie,
Hmm.
it gives you a chance to really talk about yourself and just, focus on other things. I mean, focus on yourself besides
Hmm.
what's going on in the moment, so yeah, I thought it was fun. I think
Hmm.
you
I
should
was like,
definitely
that was
continue.
one of the
It's
other
a
options.
good ice yeah, it's a good icebreaker for sure.
Oh, thank you. Because I was actually thinking about doing two truths and a lie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I think any icebreaker that involves just, you kinda talking about yourself a little bit more personal things that's not work related or whatever, kinda loosens people up. So, for
Mhm.
sure, I liked it.
Oh, well, thank
Mhm.
you, girl. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
So we're going to move right along into the introspective.
Okay.
And the introspective, we're literally wanting to know what is one misconception that people have about you and about your business.
Ooh, okay. About me personally?
Hmm.
Ooh, okay. So a lot of people perceive me as being like really, really serious all the time. Like I don't joke or laugh, or I'm just not like a fun. I don't want to use the word fun, but like I'm just always serious all the time. And that couldn't be furthest from the truth. I am really, really, really silly. I like to have fun. I actually love to laugh and be around people, and I put that into, my work with clients too. Like we have fun as I'm getting to know you and your travel goals and all of that. Like it's like a family. We at the end of your trip, we're like family, and so but I think my immediate, like when you meet me, it's like, oh, does she play, can I do that? So I try to be mindful of, like, how I'm being perceived. And I think the biggest misconception about travel is that, it's other places beyond what you're used to, what you see on Instagram or social media, other platforms. There, the world is large, and I think I talk a lot about us in terms of African Americans. we focus a lot on those different Caribbean destinations versus like other
Mm.
places like Europe and Asia and Africa. So many different places to see. And sometimes that's a part of my role is just educating people about these different destinations. And so, or they think those destinations are like impossible to achieve because they think, oh, that's too much, I can't afford or whatever. Yeah, I mean, travel in itself is an investment, but it's about, you working towards that goal of traveling to that place. And that's why you partner with somebody who is an advisor like myself, where we can maybe look at some realistic travel goals for you, whether it does take 12 to 24 months for you to go. It is possible to go someplace that is beyond the Caribbean or Mexico.
Ooh, thank you, girl. Because see, I liked how you phrase that.
Yeah,
Travel is an investment.
it
And so like when you look
is.
at like the terms, like when you put it at 12 and 24 months, it does make some of these impossible trips possible because there's a plan behind it
For sure.
versus, trying to hey, y'all want to go on a trip? Because we know how them trips go. It'd be
Yeah.
10 and then it's 3.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it.
And then it's like, okay, like who's serious? Who really want to travel? And it's like if like, I'm more of a like a spontaneous travel person. Like
Yeah.
I can do the planned trips if someone else plans them. Like I can do them.
Yes.
But if it's me, I'm like, y'all, we
I was
eating brunch. We're at Blue Marlin. Y'all want to go to Atlanta today? They was like, sure.
Yeah.
We just left from brunch and drove straight to Atlanta. We went to Walmart, bought us some little necessities just to get by, bought an outfit at the ball, and let Mac do our makeup. And we was out.
This is true story.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Oh my God. See, look, that's right. I'd be somewhere panicking, like, what do you mean today? Like, are you serious? That's what I'm
Sometimes you
looking at
gotta
you like,
live
this
life
is
on
true?
the
Y'all really
edge.
did that?
I mean, but Atlanta isn't that far, right? It's like,
It's not. It's
three
not.
hours. And even if we, and the only reason I say necessities because like most likely I'll get a room because I'm planning on having fun. But even if that's not the case, you can always come back, like if you wanted to
Yeah.
go up there for a particular reason. So I mean, yeah, I definitely will go to Charlotte to go eat lunch sometimes because it's
Well,
like,
I see if you had said Charlotte, I would have been like, oh, okay, yeah, we can
hmm
go. But you talking about
yeah,
Atlanta?
hmm
I'm a planner by nature, so
hmm
I'm literally thinking about where we gonna stay, what we gonna do.
and I'm already have that done in the head, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, while we driving, look at the hotels in this area, like, cause and we'll go ahead and have the room booked, so we already know we
Yeah.
good. And
Yeah.
that's the biggest part of the trip. Like, we already travel, we already
Yeah.
got travel together. So like those trips, I'm really like prone to take. I do like to travel outside the country, and I'm trying to get my friends to, and so yeah, what happened? You need to you need to call me because I'm trying to do a trip next week. I mean, well, yeah, I want to do a trip next week, but next year I would like to do a trip next year. Maybe
Yes.
two, one passport and one kind of where you don't
Like a
need
domestic.
passport.
Oh,
Because
okay, like,
we'll,
okay.
yeah, but one like even without that passport, we can get
You
far. You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
You got a couple options there, so for
But
sure.
yeah, and also you guys, I want to let you know she was one of our vendors or sponsors for the Brown Girls bags for the Media 101 branding kit that we did in October. And I did want to talk about your experience with that.
Yeah.
How did you enjoy it? Like, how was the process? Like every little thing. Like, I want to know how the
Yeah.
systems operate.
No, it was amazing.
Hmm.
I love to I think my biggest like favorite parts was definitely just meeting the different other vendors and other
Hmm.
business owners in the Midlands that I were not aware of, and we kind of connected there and been able to build relationships. I was able to get my business out there and talk a little bit about what we do here at Vision Luxe Travel. So it was an amazing event. Just being able to know to give some of the participants with some merch, even doing the raffle, that was a lot of fun. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was amazing.
Behind the scenes, there's a lot of hard work that goes into this production, and we couldn't do it without our amazing sponsors, advertisers, and crew.
So would you participate in another Brown Girls bag and go to another Brown Girls collaborated event?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you, girl.
Absolutely.
Because see, sometimes that's the
Absolutely.
problem. Like, I just want people to have a good experience, right?
Yeah.
It's about the experience, but I be forgetting to get the experience from the people. Like, how did
Yeah,
you
you're
really,
just like, "Hey, come
Yeah,
girl," and
like,
then
I'm trying to tell people, this is an experience over here. So, like, how do
Yeah,
I tell people it's an experience if I don't get the people talking about the experience? So, I
right,
just wanted
right.
to take this opportunity to ask you that.
Yeah, for
But we're
sure.
going to move into the next questions. And I
Okay.
promise you, this part is 100% about you. All right. So, the
Okay.
question is about your passion and identity. What inspired you to start your journey, and how does your personal story connect with the work you do today?
Yeah, so I mean, you mentioned a little bit of it in my intro, but my passion for travel has always been there ever since I was a little girl traveling with my family. And then in 2019, we were with, you know, how you with your family and y'all talking about different trips and all kind of plans that you never make or never get out the group chat. And you know, like I said before, I've always been a planner by nature. That's just naturally me. And so I'm like, y'all, we need to travel somewhere. Let's go somewhere. You know, we've always gotten together for sad occasions. And I was like, we need to stop. We need to definitely get together and travel somewhere. And so in 2019, me and like maybe 15 of my family members went to Myrtle Beach, you know, because we in the Carolinas. So we did a Long Beach getaway. We rented a big house in North Myrtle Beach and, you know, had a really good time. And then, you know, while we're there, we're like, okay, we're going to make this a yearly thing. So next year we did it and like 15 more family members. So it was like a total of like 35 of us that were in this house. And so fast forward to 2022, I'm like, I think I want to do this like professionally, you know, because I like planning. I like planning. I like bringing people together. And that's kind of how my journey started. That's what I love to do. Well, my biggest thing was I wanted to bring my family together, but I also wanted to do that for other people. I wanted to help other families travel. I wanted to help other groups, friend groups, or whatever the case, travel together so that they can experience that for themselves.
Mm, that's awesome sauce. Yeah. I
Yeah.
had tried to do travel, so I do know how hard it is to do that.
Yeah.
And so kudos to you for sticking with it and finding your passion, because I think that's what it really is about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask like a little sub question in passion and identity. Do you think that those two go hand in hand? Like, is travel being your passion a part of your identity? Like, is that why you feel you resonate so much to it?
Yeah, I would say so. Because when it comes to travel, it's very powerful, and really get to discover who you are when you step outside of your norm, out of your typical everyday place. And so you get to discover a lot more about who you are. And I think from the different places that I've gone, I've learned more about myself. And I think because I like to plan naturally anyway, I like to help people just become better versions of themselves. And I think travel is a piece of, you know, that can help you do that. You can definitely, you know, become a better version of yourself while also, you know, being able to discover a different place that you haven't experienced before, that you haven't seen before. And I definitely think the two kind of coincide. Because like I said, travel is powerful. It's not just, oh, we're gonna go have fun. I mean, it can be, but you definitely when you go somewhere that you've never been, that you've never experienced, your mind opens up, you know, your eyes, and you like, dang, I want to go other places. I want to see different, you know, other places that I haven't seen. And so that's when you get to learn more about not only the cultures of that place and the different practices or whatever you learn, you get to, you know, discover more about who you are. So yeah,
Mm.
I would definitely say they go hand in hand.
I should have asked solo travel or group travel.
Oh, that's such a good this or that.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna
already
ask
know that.
that.
I already know what I'm gonna say. I would say, can I answer that one? I like
Yeah,
that.
go ahead. That's why I asked, girl.
Yeah. Oh my God, and it's so hard. I love a good solo trip. I'm a solo traveler. I really am. I'm an advocate for it. I encourage everybody to do at least one solo trip by yourself just to just experience it. But I'm gonna have to say group travel, obviously. It's nothing like traveling with your favorite people. I love
Mhm.
it. Yeah, group travel all day.
See, me,
Yeah.
I like solo traveling only because when I go to certain places, I like to go by myself because I already have a
Yes.
routine, right? Like I'm not going out. Like this place is where I'm going to find peace and serenity. And
Yeah.
when you bring people with you, they want to explore, and now you have to be Dora the Explorer all over. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I don't mind showing you stuff, but really and truly, this is a place where I sit here, watch Netflix, and eat food. Go to the
Yeah.
beach, and that's
Yeah.
it. I'm not going out. I don't care about nothing else. This is just what I want to do on this trip. But it was like recently went to Puerto Rico, and that's my spot. Puerto Rico is
Yeah.
where I literally just do nothing
I love
but the
it.
beach food and whatever. But I had a group of friends come this time, and it was their first time, so it was really different because I've never gone to La Placita or like the little clubs because during the travel times that I went, it was COVID, so a lot of things were shut down.
Yeah.
So having my friends come, it was like I was experiencing it for the first time, through their eyes because again, this is just what I do, and this is
Yeah.
their first time here, and I got to show them stuff. Like I know where things are, but that was one part of the trip where like, and we got stories. Somehow, one of us ended up on the corner, almost about to die because they didn't want to drink water. That's all I'm gonna say. We're
Yeah.
not gonna
Oh,
say who it
wow.
was. We're not gonna say who it
And
was.
you know what? And that's and you know what? That's what it's about. You can have those memories by yourself,
Mhm,
because and like you said, you're on your own schedule. You can kind
mhm,
of the flow of
mhm.
your trip can be about you and what you want to do. You don't have to hear anybody's mouth. This is your trip. But when you go with your favorite people,
Mhm,
you make those memories. I mean, it's nothing like it. Like
mhm.
I can tell you, like you're laughing about that experience in Puerto
About to
Rico,
die.
and you can laugh about it because it's for years on and on, and then years
Mhm.
later, you're like a decade or whatever later, you're like, "Girl, you remember we was in Puerto Rico and I almost whatever the case."
Yes, but see, it's always about experiences, and that's why when you
Yeah,
said travel is an investment, it is because essentially this whenever you go somewhere or spend money, it's an experience, right? See how I explain this. We don't spend money on things that we don't want to like. And if I'm spend money, I want it to, you know, bring me something that I'm going to remember. I
yeah,
try to be wise about how I spend my money, but travel and food is where it goes.
yeah,
Where it
yeah,
all day.
yeah,
Like I am cheap as heck. I shop at Ross. You know
yeah.
what I'm
I
saying?
do
Like
too.
cheap. I'm really cheap on everything else. But when I go on trips, I will max out a card. Take another one. I'm just gonna. I'll pay it off later. God, that's like how I feel because it is the
Yeah.
experience of being able to experience so much.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can't. You can't. I mean, you can buy it. I guess essentially that's what you're doing, but you can't take the money with you in certain instances. And when you
Yeah.
look over life, I want to be able to tell stories, which is why I can tell so many stories, is because I've done so many things and I've experienced a lot. So it's and I
Yeah.
like that's why I really do like travel. And I thought, me doing the travel agent thing would work, but it wasn't really my thing. Like, I don't really want to plan. Like, I want somebody to plan it for me. Like, just get me there. I don't
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
have my itinerary. I don't have to do that. I just want to just go and experience and make my own experience. One thing I
Yeah.
do like to do is go to the local area. I don't like to really, really be in you know, um, the resort area or
Right.
whatever whatever it's called.
Mhm.
But yes, I do like to experience the locals, but
Locals.
it's also dangerous, because especially if you go solo. you don't know what could
For
happen. But
sure.
I'm like, you can get pulled in a van
Anywhere.
anywhere. So,
Miami, whether you're
mhm,
in, that's so true. And, and that's why it's so important, I believe, to partner someone like you who wants to just get there, but you want to have that experience. It's so important to have someone like myself, a travel
mhm,
advisor, to just be your advocate. Even if you're like, I don't need you to do a lot, I just need you to do my flights and find me, somewhere nice to stay. I'll figure out what I want to do. That is fine. Every traveler is different. I have some who are just like, I want you to plan from the time we hit the airport to the resort. I want my whole day, whole plan, and every day planned out until we get home. I have some travelers like that. And then I have some like, I'm like, hey, what kind of things you want to do? They're like, I don't know. I kind of figured out when I get there. And
mhm,
that's fine because
mhm,
this trip it's about you. Like I said, it's an investment. So if you're investing your money, think that it should
mhm,
go the way you desire it to go. You want to
mhm,
experience the way you want to experience it. And that's totally fine too. It shouldn't always be so rigid. That's not travel. I don't think travel is
mhm.
rigid.
Just be
When you go, it's flow. It should
a
be, it's
hangover.
not gonna be the same. Yes.
Shoot, like what? Did I
Yeah.
almost die last night?
And that's what makes
Shoot.
it memorable. That's what
Yeah.
makes it memorable when you have everything like this didn't happen the way,
Mhm.
I'm just like, that's the
Go with
flow
the
of
flow,
travel.
Gina. Go
Go
with
with
the
the flow.
flow.
Go with the flow. And that's what I tell people, a lot of times travel is it can be unpredictable, things. I don't know if you remember in July or heard about it when the flights shut down, or not the flights, but the what's the system or whatever shut down. A lot of flights were delayed or canceled. It was a nightmare, and that happens. I mean, not that happens,
Yeah.
but flights get delayed, flights get canceled, luggage and stuff. So that's why it's important to have somebody that's like that your advisor that can kind of get you through those things. Like, okay, well, I'll just call my advisor and she educate us on what to do.
Mhm.
It's gonna be fine. Like, you're gonna be fine.
Because then now you got
Yeah.
extra time. Like, you know what? I don't have to plan this.
Yeah.
I don't have to do
And
this.
listen, travel insurance, travel
Mhm.
insurance. Get your travel insurance.
Insurance. Look,
Okay.
I
That's
can
the
just call you. Something
yeah.
happened, figure it out. I'm going to the
Yeah.
mall. I
Yeah,
don't even know, but
exactly.
she'll call me back in 30 minutes to let me know what's up. Like,
It's
yeah,
gonna be fine. It's
taking
yeah,
the
yeah,
stress off of your shoulders to actually enjoy the trip.
for
Um,
sure. Yeah.
so we're going to go ahead and we're going to move into the next question about
Okay.
your business.
Yes.
What sets your business or initiative apart, and how does it impact your community or industry?
So Vision Luxe Travel started as, it's always been group travel. As I've been in my business over the last 2 years, I been really intentional about focusing on groups in a celebratory space. Groups who want to celebrate. A lot of times we have travelers who like, oh, I want to go to this place for my birthday, or me and my husband are celebrating our fifth anniversary. Let's go here. And so when I realized that, I was doing a lot of clients who were going places to celebrate. And I said, and making it extra special for them is what gets me excited. So that's when we moved into celebratory travel experiences. And so our clients are, like you mentioned before, families, multi-generational groups, social groups. That means friend groups, clubs, organizations who have bonds or relationships that want to travel outside of where they live. Alumni groups is another one. So groups that want to celebrate class reunions or any type of reunion that they may be having is what we help with. And so that's what we want to do, is help groups, whether they're small, like a group of 4, or large, to a group of 50 plus. We're helping those groups travel to celebrate special moments, whether it's a milestone event or occasion that's happening, or they just want to get away for a week or so. We help with that. So our specialty is definitely celebratory, yes, but group trips is what we focus on.
Hmm. Okay, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially when you said the family like groups. So like I'm
Yeah.
just my organization thinking like, how we can create more of a what is it, a bond? Like we're already bonded, but like just yeah, like I'm thinking more like anniversary, our anniversary, doing like an anniversary trip to say, hey, this is how far we came. Like even if
Yeah.
it is later, just something, just to be able to do the, bring us closer and um what is the word? Morale for morale purposes. That's what I'm
For
looking
sure. And that's what we focus on too. That's the goal,
for.
honestly, is that you leave that place, that destination where you've created, whether you've reconnecting or you're building that connection that you already have, whether with that family or that friend, and just creating new memories. But the biggest part of that I miss is that you and your group, planning groups with anything, whether it's a trip or just an occasion, is difficult in itself and it's very tedious. But when you add travel to that, it can be a monster. And my clients, travelers who come to me, they want to be hassle free. They don't want to focus on planning. They want to focus on having fun. They want to focus on buying their outfits for that occasion or getting excited about the new restaurant that they saw or heard about and being with their friend. They don't want to focus on the other stuff. And that's why they
Mhm.
do us, because they want someone to help them with that. That's our expertise, is actually finding those different places that fit. That's why I say it's tailor experiences, because it's not like I'm not going to take, one group of five and another group of five and y'all going to the same place. It's going to be two completely different experiences because it's two completely different groups. I'm actually learning about each group, learning about what your passions are, what your goals are for the trip, what you want to experience, and then tailoring that to how I plan your trip.
Mm, that's beautiful. Definitely, again, make sure you hit me up because I want
Yeah.
our 2025 is going to be the lit year. Um,
Yes.
but
Yes, I love
we're
it.
yeah, so we're going to move into the next question, which is, what is your why? Um, what
Mm.
is your why, and what keeps you motivated even when things get tough? And let's just focus right in on the not so easy clients because
Yeah.
I feel like that right there when you have those unsure clients or the ones that are we don't want to call them difficult, but
Yeah.
those clients that seemingly difficult. How why do you keep going?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so first part of that, I realized that if it's a client that comes to me, it's because they want to go somewhere. They want help with it. And so I love the reframe when you said, we're not going to look at them as being difficult, because they're not. They just want support. They want help with the trip or wherever they're wanting to go. And so it's so important to understanding and taking time to really understand the client's needs is where I like to be. Because if we get that in the beginning, I can get clarity on what you're actually wanting for your trip, so that down the line, all of that is kind of already figured out. And we can focus on just planning a great vacation. And that is my why, honestly, because I realize that a lot of people want to go places. They want to travel. They want to see different places, but they're either one, they don't know how to get started, they don't know where to go.
Mhm.
They get started, but life is demanding in itself. You got kids, you got work, you got so many other obligations, and it's hard to just sit down and really plan a trip that you really want to, have fun and experience. And so that's my why. I realize that, a lot of people want to go and do, but they just don't have the time. They don't know how to get started, and they just want it to happen. Without the
Mhm.
hassle of doing it themselves. And so, and that's a big part of my why. But the biggest part is I like to see people get together. I really do. It's even if it's not travel, that's a part of me. I love to bring people together and just sit back and like, that's what it's about. Building relationships, cultivating, fellowshipping together, and doing stuff, doing things that they haven't been able to do in a long time, reconciling. You can say, oh my gosh, I haven't seen so and so in years, and we reconnected. Networking happens. You get to learn about what people are doing in their lives and support. Relationships are so important. That's the key to
Mhm.
why I do what I do, because you need people. You need your people. You can't. It can be challenging to do life alone. And I feel like when you have people around you, whether you're traveling together or not, it's so important, to just have somebody in your corner and be able to have new experiences together. So I know that was a long why, but that is the reason why I do what I do.
No, but that does
Yeah.
go. I don't want to, ask this question in it because it literally leads into the legacy and impact.
Yeah.
What impact do you hope to make in life, and how do you see your legacy inspiring other Black and Brown women to pursue their dreams? So essentially,
Yeah.
that's what I want to know. What
Yes. Yes.
you
So one of the things I want to share is, a lot of people may not know this, but I went to school for social work. I thought that that was going to be, my every thing that I was going to do until I retire. And so what I want to leave with a lot of new business owners or entrepreneurs is that it's okay to change your mind along the way and discover new passions. I never even imagined my passion changing. I mean, it's still there. People and helping and serving is going to be my passion, always has been. But I want to share that in terms of the legacy is that I was able to have a successful career in social work, but then also have one in travel as well and being an entrepreneur. It is possible. And I think as you get older in time and you're doing different things, you get to discover that about yourself. And so that is what I would want to leave with other business owner, Black and Brown women, is that if you have a passion or you are leaning into something different than what you've been doing for the past 5, 10, 15 years, go towards it, because it's not going to leave you. It's not going to leave you until you dive deep into it. And with my travel, it was definitely a leap. Something that I prayed about hard, and I almost was like, no, this is not, I didn't spend all this money in college and I went to school for it. I'm going to stay here. It's a guaranteed check every, however time I get paid. Um,
guaranteed check.
why would I do that? Yeah, guaranteed check that's coming, and still to this day, I have family and people ask me, why would you want to leave? Your passions change,
Mm-hmm.
and it's okay. And it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Nothing's wrong with you. Nothing. It's a shift that's happening that is needing to happen in your life, and it's important that you go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You go for your passion and what's leaning on you for sure.
I love that, and I feel like
Yeah.
you're just going right into it, girl.
Yeah.
Can you get started? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, seriously,
Yeah.
like how to, like I want to respond back to what you're saying, but it's like in the response, you're going right into it. What's
Right.
one piece of advice or wisdom you would share with the next woman stepping into the space, and one question you would love to ask her?
So I would say, especially specifically to travel, because we
Mhm.
have a lot of, I've met a lot of people who want to get into travel, especially, African American women. And my advice would be to definitely find a niche,
Mhm.
find and that may take time because it took me time. Find something in travel that sparks your interest, that makes your soul glow, that makes
Mhm.
your heart sing, that makes you be like, I want to do and
Mhm.
talk about that all day. For me, I can talk about groups. I mean, you probably can tell groups traveling, celebrating together. I can talk about that all day, but that took me time to figure it out. So I would say if you're getting into the travel space, if you want to plan travel for other people, find out what your niche is. It could be romance travel, you helping couples travel together. It could be adventure travel. It could be food and wine travel. It could be wellness. It's so many different spaces that find out what's unique to you, what gets you excited, and then go for that. And the question I would ask her is, are you ready to, and not just for travel, but a business owner, are you ready to sacrifice? I wish somebody had asked me that. I wish a entrepreneur and business owner had asked me that question, because I didn't realize how much of a sacrifice it is to own your own business. Not just monetary sacrifice, but
Mhm.
time,
Mhm.
um,
Energy.
energy, all the things. It is a sacrifice. And when I ask that question, then I'll say go to your why. Figure out what your why is, why you're doing it. And I promise you that'll give you a little kick of energy, and you'll get back together like, okay, this is why
Mhm.
I'm doing this. This is why I'm doing this. And even though it's a sacrifice right now, I'll be able to see, you know, my work, and yeah, it'll come to me. So I for sure would say find your niche, and then are you ready to sacrifice?
That's a good question. That is a real good
Yeah.
question. And y'all,
Yeah.
I want to make you answer the question because I'm eager
Yeah,
for
because
it.
I was like, yeah, when I got started, I was like, oh Jesus,
Mhm.
who told me it was gonna, and at the time I was a part of a wonderful um host agency, luxury travel program, who taught me pretty much everything that I know about luxury travel. And and find your support. And that's what I want to go into as well. Find your support, is my advice as well. Find someone in your field
Mm.
of work that is doing sort of the same thing, and get coached, get some support, and a mentor, and just keep going. Yeah, for sure, just keep going.
Well, I thank you so much for coming on and sharing your experience, your story.
You're welcome.
Hope to learn more about you. I mean, and I feel like we talked a lot about travel because I mean, this is what you do, and I think that some of these things that we have, like internal thoughts when it comes to traveling. I feel like we were able to kind of talk it out so people can relate to wanting to travel,
Yeah.
especially now that you guys know you can do a payment plan. Maybe
Yes, yes,
Klarna
yes.
is. Klarna is. Oh
Oh God, not
God.
Clark.
Listen,
I
because
would say
I did an order for $11. So I wanted to Klarna. That's how bad Lisa.
we listen and we don't
We
judge.
both.
That's right.
Yes.
We listen and we don't judge. Yes, yes. Payment, depending on where you're going, though. I want to add that. Depending on where you're going, the every vendor, supplier, they require like deposit and then full payment,
Mhm.
or the rest of the payment at the end. It just depends. But a lot of different places will, allow you to do a payment plan. And so you have options to go beyond Jamaica and the Bahamas and Cancun. Even though those are wonderful places, Jamaica is one of my favorite places.
Mhm.
But yeah, there are other places to go, and you think about where you want to go, and get your budget is so important. I know we didn't talk about that, but yeah,
Mhm.
get
Mhm.
find out
Mhm.
what you're willing to invest and go
And
for it.
how soon or how you know far
How
out you
soon?
yeah. Mhm.
How soon? For sure. That's important. Don't go to you can't Bahamas in the same day. That morning you wake up and
Don't say
say, let's go to Bahamas today. Unless you
that.
got it like that.
Like,
Unless you got it like
hop
that.
on a plane. Ooh, because they be having deals sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just hop on,
Yeah.
go to Bahamas. I don't know where I'm staying, but I'll just call you,
We
hey
gonna
girl,
figure it out.
hey, I need you to book a hotel for today. What? I just booked the room. Bye.
Yeah, look, I'm looking at the phone like this girl. Only Desiree.
Yeah, that's girl. That's how I dream my life. But
Yeah.
we're going into the wrap up.
Okay.
And we are so grateful for your time and for the light you bring to the world. And to everyone watching, thank you for being a part of the collective experience. See you later, Brown Girls.
Thank you to our advertisers, sponsors, and everyone who made it possible. And of course, thank you for tuning in and being part of the Brown Girls family. See you next time.
Oh girl, I love you just like Mary Jane. I give you everything. Damn, I hope you feel the same. Come and make it better, just like Mary Jane. Oh girl, I can't complain. I need your touch, can't get enough. Come and beat me up, it's just like Mary Jane. Beat me up from the middle of the club. You say you running low again, won't let me fill your cup. I got some papers in my section and some sponsors in the tuck. She been calling me Split Daddy, baby. Please don't gas me up. You can keep your mask, I don't want time with that. Tryna know your heart by the time we start, baby. Ain't no hiding facts. Maybe if you with it, we can start a tab. Break down them walls, you can let me in. I can be your quarterback. Come on, put our team right on the map. Oh girl, I love you just like Mary Jane.